So today I attended a fire cider demo class for at my job, the organic farm that I work on. So just a quick overview of what fire cider is for those who don't know what it is. Fire cider is a winter tonic drink. So it's kind of mild to spicy drink that's meant to warm up the body. Um, and its immune system. It's meant to take during the winter, colder months. Fire cider is usually most definitely made with ingredients that are anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, to overall cultivate a better, more healthier, and stronger immune system. During times when the weather starts to switch over from hot to cold. A lot of people get caught slipping because like your immune system don't be ready yet. And it's like, damn, okay, the weather is changing. It can do a lot. Everybody gets sick in the beginning, but with taking this fire cider tonic, you are more prepared for that cold and flu season. So for this fire tonic that we made today, we used apple cider vinegar, which is filled all the way up to the top. It also has garlic inside, onion, lemon, horseradish root. So the horseradish root and the garlic came from Earth Dance, the farm I work on. Did I say onions? The elderberry, I believe, came from Earth Dance because we do have elderberry too. Dried elderberry. We use herbs. So, turmeric, ginger. The turmeric and the ginger, I believe, also came from Earth Dance. Holy basil is one of the herbs. Thyme, lavender, sage, and I think that's all the herbs I use. Oregano too. So yeah, if you feel yourself starting to get a cold, starting to feel like a headache, or you wake up with a scratchy throat, you can take a shot or just like a spoonful of this. So after preparing it, you do have to let it sit in like a pantry out of the sun. Like, so a pantry is a perfect spot. You want to let it sit for at least 4 to 6 weeks. So at least a month, but sometimes with things like this, the longer you let it sit, the more better it is. So I'll probably do 6 weeks, but let it sit for at least 4 to 6 weeks. And then after that, you want to take something like cheesecloth or like a nut milk bag to be able to strain all of this out so that you just have the liquid that's left over. After you let it sit and you strain it out, you are good to go with taking it. And what I'm going to do is add honey to my tonic to kind of cool it down a little bit. I also forgot to mention that I did put jalapeno peppers inside of it. You can do any kind of like hot pepper because peppers have health benefits too. Um, Definitely good for the blood. So yeah, I think that so there's a base to all fire tonics. They have to have like onions and garlic, horseradish root, apple cider vinegar. And I think those are like the five bases. You can look all this up and research this too. So after you have those five base main ingredients in your fire cider, you can try to mix it up and do whatever you want. I added lavender and holy basil to my fire tonic because it has the good for those that are dealing with anxiety or depression. I deal with anxiety a lot, so why not put that in here too? And then even during the cold months, you go through, some people go through seasonal depression and they're just feeling like spend more time alone and isolate themselves. A lot of people's mood just go down because it's cold and it's dark. It's the winter, everything is dying. In Missouri, depression is a real thing. So you can add herbs like holy basil and lavender that have those effects of like elevating your mood and helping with anxiety and depression to this tonic too. So yeah, I tried to keep this video short, but it's a lot of information. Do your research. I suggest fire cider as something that everybody should have in their home. It'll last up to 6 months. So it's definitely big enough for you to share with your spouse, your parents. If you have acid reflux, this will not be the best drink for you because it'll be too acidic, so it'll irritate you, unfortunately. But other than that, you're everyone else is good to go. If you're pregnant or breastfeeding, there are certain herbs that you may have to be careful about. Sage, for one, I put sage in my fire tonic, but if you want to make fire tonic and you are pregnant or breastfeeding, you don't have to put sage inside your fire tonic. Just make sure that you're doing your research on the certain herbs to use because it can affect that. Or if you're trying to give it to little kids, I wouldn't suggest that, especially with the honey, because honey contains some like type of bacteria that isn't as good for smaller kids, and they can actually cause them to get sick. So yeah, but that is my quick talk about fire tonics. They just look beautiful. It's really good to look at. I'm proud of myself. So yeah, do what you can to prepare yourself for this season.